So over the weekend, I went to see Caught Stealing.
I became very curious about this movie after watching the trailer for it and seeing Darren Aronofsky's name attached to it because I've never seen one of his movies, but I hear they're generally more psychological and intense, and this looked like the complete opposite. So I figured this may be a good starter for his films, even if the rest aren't like this at all, and long story short, I may get around to watching them very, very soon. Caught Stealing follows a bartender named Hank who has to take care of his neighbor's cat for a while, only to find himself involved with a network of criminals who are all looking for money he doesn't have. This story is a chaotic ride from start to finish. From the moment Hank first runs into conflict, things escalate into what is essentially a hilarious and, at times, tense chase. Austin Butler absolutely shines as Hank, who's doing his best not to get involved in all the shady things happening around him while also harboring a tragic secret. And Butler's performance conveys all of this in some pretty subtle ways, especially near the end. The comedy here isn't constant, but when it happens, it really emphasizes the ridiculousness of some of these situations, and that goes a long way in making the movie as a whole that much more entertaining. I will say, I do think the story tried to do two different things that didn't completely work. You have the more lighthearted crime story going on, and then you have the underlying and darker character study going on with Butler's character, which was really interesting to watch, but I didn't think those two ideas were meshing all that well throughout most of the film. Thankfully, I do think it ends on a high note, as the story ended up going to a place that I didn't completely expect, but it felt extremely fitting, and I wouldn't change a thing about it.
Despite some of its ideas not meshing all that well, Caught Stealing is still a chaotic, hilarious, and entertaining crime thriller driven by a star performance from Austin Butler. I'm not expecting the rest of Aronofsky's movies to be like this per se, but at the very least, I am very interested in his filmography now.